Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the War Room, October 19th, 2025. It is 7 p.m. tonight. There's a rundown for those of you who have not been tuning into the War Room. The War Room is coming to you by two men who have got over probably 40 years of experience doing paranormal investigations. These are our hints and tips on how to do things. As always, there's room to grow within this hobby, this profession, so be sure to experiment with your own ways. These are just our opinions.
What works and what does not work.
Exactly. But as a wise man once said to me, no matter how many years you've been in the business, be a teacher, but also be willing and able to be a student.
Absolutely.
So we've talked about research and why research is important. We've talked about preparation, getting ready for your case or your personal hobby going out to a location. We talked about your setup, how to get everything ready to go. We've talked about how to do this on a budget. You want to get into the hobby, you want to get going, but you ain't got a lot of money. We've talked about the EMF meters and why they are important. Last week we talked about phone apps. We were joined by Josh. Affectionately, we call him Little Josh because we have another Josh. We talked about phone apps.
Yeah.
And this week we are talking about inside the white noise, talking about EVPs, spirit boxes, and bionic ears. We're talking about the audio segment of doing an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 7, by the way.
All right, 7.
So, yeah, we're up to 7. Maybe we can stretch this out further than 10. Maybe 12 or 13.
Do 13, the unlucky number.
I'm sure we can figure out some things.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things to cover over. We can't just gloss over it.
Yep.
So there are many different types of spirit boxes on the market. You have your basic SP7.
I lied. I did have one next to me here. It's the S box.
The S box.
Yeah,
Another. It's just a variation, people. It'll be all right.
This one also records as well,
which is handy. So again, this is one of those scenarios where if you see some like these now are going for like $90 a pop. The PSP7 boxes. Now the thing with these little guys, it's just got a little speaker, so you tend to need to have like an extension speaker to plug into it.
Yeah, an external. Yeah,
you just want your external little satellite speaker to plug into it. If you got Bluetooth connections, you can probably do that. I don't have it on me now, but there is something called an AP7, which is just another little device that's been seen on a certain show, and it's basically giving you a bar graph as you're doing your spirit session.
Have you seen that one of yours?
Yeah, that was the one we had at the Moose Lodge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it records for a 10-second clip, so if you hear something, you can backtrack it. It also has a sound, I don't want to say muter, but it has kind of a reduction element to it where it'll take that sweep, and it'll take that sweeping white noise out of it.
Noise reduction, a little bit.
Yeah, noise reduction. Tell you what, I'll even turn this thing on.
Was that the regular SP7?
Hang on. It's loud as hell. That was one thing we found on our documentary thing was these spirit boxes are loud. You probably heard a little bit of it. So what you're hearing Got it hooked up. You're going on. And you're kind of hearing what's going on with it.
It's just sweeping those AM, FM radio frequencies.
Yeah, it's going through your AM, FMs. And what you're looking for on that, I turned it off because it is loud and obnoxious without any type of portal box, the AP pedals that you can click onto the back of these things and run through it, where you can actually adjust the noise reduction on them.
Yeah.
You're going to get that loud, staticky, back and forth, obnoxious sound.
Yeah, they're good to have on investigations, but like you said, they are obnoxiously loud. I use them, but I don't like to use them because I can't handle that for so long. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten a lot of good things. Now, easy things you can do to take that out would be, hang on, I have it right next to the desk.
What you got? What you got for us there, Doc?
All right, you can order something called the ANC Mini. It is on Ghost Stop, and these are now also on Amazon. They run you about $35, $40, and all this is going to do, it's got a little plug-in on the side, actually a little wire. This is going to be the in-between your speaker and your ghost box, your spirit box. And we can demonstrate that one because, well, like James said, if you're just sitting in a thing and you're listening to this thing just dot, 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 dot.
You get a headache from that pretty quickly.
Yeah, so you'll just connect it over. Connect up the speaker to the out box. Try not to drown myself out now. So now with that up, you got your buttons on the back. And there's no understanding. So see, now with that on, you're not getting all the little staticky dot, 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 dots. And then you would just go up and down to get rid of that squelch.
Very nice. I need to pick me up one of those.
They are very nice. Now you'll hear that there's nothing, but it is so on. The spirit box itself is scanning. You're not hearing anything.
Oh, beautiful sound to the ears right now. Absolutely nothing.
And if we take it off, now we go back to the sweep. So see, now with that little ANC amp on, now we're not getting that. And you just hit the power up, power down, increase, decrease it. So I mean the ANC Mini, if you just got a little bit of a small space, that's it. That's as big as it is with the external amp. Right. So it's something you can just kind of toss in a pocket, go out the door with it. I mean, the PSB-7s, I mean, they are small. They are handheld. I mean, it's about the size of like a small camera. So on that perspective, they would be good for a smaller investigation. You just got it in your pockets. You don't have a big bag or something.
A
You're just going
covert
to
operation.
yeah, yeah. It's small, it's light, it's quick. Does not record audio though. So that's a downfall of this one, is it does not record any audio.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's the other thing is you want to record. Again, if you can use your phone, you can set it up, you can record everything because you want that evidence that you could show later on. So like if you can get the audio and you can get some good stuff through your spirit box, always record because one, it's going to show that you're getting good evidence, and two, you can go back and listen to it later on the video, and you're going to find more stuff that you didn't catch the first time.
Right. Or if you don't want to carry all that extra stuff, the S box again, it does record as well, so you can go back and listen to it. It's pretty handy.
Yeah, the S box is pretty nice. I don't have an S box.
No, I do though.
No, I've just got that giant ass portal box, which is just a bunch of guitar pedals that do. It does the same thing as this.
Yeah, the mini portal.
Yeah, my mini portal.
I've got a mini portal as well.
Yeah, it does the same thing as the ANC Mini, but I tend to keep the minis on hand if we're doing something that I don't want to pack a lot of gear. So if it's just we're going to be doing something small, simple, easy, I'll bring the mini.
That would probably be more recommended in a small, like you're saying, a small investigation area. The mini portal. Yeah, maybe in a larger area.
Yeah, the mini portal. I mean, if you got a bigger area and you don't mind packing some gear, the big portal or the mini portal, perfect for it. You got a smaller section. You want to just go in and do that. Boom. ANC Mini. A different type of spirit box is the SB11. And it's a big old chunky monkey.
Yeah, I was going to get one of those, but it's pretty big and bulky, like you said.
Well, these things are kind of nice if you've got the room, because it does have a light on the ends. So it's got a red light you can use as a flashlight. It comes in handy that way. It runs off two different channels, so you can run an AM band and an FM band at the same time.
Nice.
This one actually has a thermometer gauge down at the bottom.
Ooh. They're stepping it up. And what are those generally running at?
These are running about 120. So, 120. I mean, you can hear it. It's not scanning right now. Temperature gauge is in the green, but we've had good luck with the 11. If we're in a room and it's dark, I can turn on the light. I can set it up. It's just a red light. It'll preserve your night vision. But with the thermometer, you can ask it to change the temperature.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it has a little mute button on the side. Does not record. But also, you could take two of the ANCs and run through both of the speaker ports on the side.
So that one takes two ANCs?
Yeah, this one would have to take two because it's two different channels. So you can run... If you got two ANCs, you can run two of them and two speakers. Otherwise, it's just... I mean, the speaker that it's got is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you can do volume on channel 1 louder than channel 2. So, I mean, you can alternate them up and go, okay, we're going to run more on this channel than this channel. We've had luck with it before. I keep it around. It's kind of nice, like I said. If you get a place like the Klondike and you're able to just get in a room and just sit, you can set up that camera, get a tripod, set up a camera, set up your phone, videotape yourselves. You've got that red light on here, so it's one less item you got to take because you always need to have a flashlight. So there's a flashlight. got a flashlight on your phone. Always have doubles of everything. So your phone happens to die, you still got a flashlight. Plus, with the temperature, you can have it play with the temperature gauge a little bit. Let's figure that out. I would have to say that I know we like our video cues, our EMF meters, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But audio, when you get something cool on audio, I think you can attest. There's been cases I know that I've walked out of, and we didn't get anything when we were there, and we thought, oh my God, this is just.
Yeah. And the run of the mill quiet place. Then you go back and review the audio, and you're like, holy crap. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the Klondike 6 years ago at the fundraiser. We were upstairs in room 320, and we weren't really kind of getting anything. And I mean, we were just getting little hits and misses here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But we're up there in the room, and it's a whole group of people. So I'm running a digital recorder, and the guy that was leading the charge said, somebody pointed out that there was a piece of chalk on
a chair.
On a chair. Oh, then you do remember this one.
Absolutely.
And the guy leading that tour, we were not the tour guides, we were the tourees.
Yeah.
We were the tourists. So I'm running a digital recorder, and he says, "Did somebody move that chalk?" And I was running a thermal camera at the time, but my audio recorder, we all kind of went around the room a little bit, and as he's asking everybody going around the room, did anybody see that? I'm like, well, I'm running on thermal. And Aaron happens to say, who moved that? And I got an EVP of a male's voice saying, I did.
Yep.
And that was just phenomenal because I kind of felt like the night was a hit and miss. I was expecting a little bit more. And I was kind of, there was a little lull in my career there. And that was the middle of my lull of just, oh my God, do I really want to do this anymore? Do I really want to be?
And that's where it was starting to pick up for me even more.
Yeah. Well, it's so I took that audio. I came home. I'm listening to everything. I'm doing my due diligence of, okay, well, had a few misses in my career up to this point. And listening back to it, I'm, doing the thing, got the headphones on, sitting on my desk. Yeah, okay. Yeah, normally when I'm doing evidence review, I close my eyes when I'm listening to audio.
Oh, yeah. Because you're more focused in.
Yeah, I'll just sit back, put on the headphones, and I'll just let it play the first time. I got my hand on the mouse. I'm ready to go. It's just like, okay, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to listen to all this audio, okay, and then, I know you would understand, other investigators would understand, if you've been recording hours of audio and you've left static cameras up and you've left digital recorders up as static recorders, if you got a 4-hour investigation, at the end of the day, you have to multiply that by how many devices you've got going.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my current investigation, I had, 3 audio recorders going, and we were there 3-4 hours. And that's not counting cameras. And one of my cameras I had there for weeks. So that takes time.
Yeah, that's then of course if you add in body cameras.
Yeah. I still need to download the video off of this.
That's the thing. When sometimes, and we're kind of jumping a little bit ahead here on this one. The task sounds daunting. So I know there'll probably be people watching this going, oh my God, this is going to be a lot of sitting around watching video and paying attention to it. We'll cover more of that in, I think, 2 episodes on evidence review. But if you start getting tired, we're just going to put this out there now. It's going to be a lot of audio, a lot of video.
When you
If you
start
feel
getting
like,
tired, yeah. When you
yeah,
start getting tired, just take 10, 15-minute break, relax, put it off to the side for a little bit, then come back to it. Because if you sat there, yeah, you're tired and you're going through like a 2-hour audio, you know, like you said, you listen to it all the way through first and then go back or whatnot. I kind of do a little bit of both. Sometimes I'll go all the way through it, but then if I actually hear something, I'll jot it down, go back and play it. But if you've got all that static noise, the white noise that can easily put you to sleep.
oh yeah,
So it is important to take a step back give yourself a time frame of how long you want to listen to, and then take that break, and then go back in and listen to the audio, the white noise from the SB box, because you could actually get something and you miss it the first go around.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Now, like
Go ahead.
James said, when you're listening to the audio, again, we're going to emphasize this 1,000 times over. Your notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Be sitting at your desk, be listening to the audio. You don't need a fancy computer setup. You got a basic laptop, it's cool.
Yep.
A lot of programs out there that you can listen to. Or if you just have a digital recorder, hook it up, So add a digital recorder. Like we said before, digital recorder, get them for cheap. They do have a headset.
Well, here's a more expensive one.
I will say this much. This one actually does a transcription on the screen. There's a little screen here.
I need to get that info from you, because I want to switch all mine over to something like that. And you always seem to have some of the good shit.
This was a Black Friday sale.
Even better.
Oh, it was even better.
So if you're going in on a budget, wait for the Black Friday sales.
Yeah, Amazon, great Black Friday sales. So yeah, it's just going to turn on. It's got all your things. It's a touch screen, microphone on top. We were using this at the Ghost Conference back in March. And the interesting thing was, as we're doing an AVP session, we've got everybody sitting around. We've got this sitting down, face up. As we're asking questions, this thing is transcribing on the screen what's being said. And then when we got an EVP, everybody's quiet. So, is there anybody here? And this thing it puts out on the screen. Is there anybody here in writing?
Yeah.
And then it started writing itself.
Yeah.
It started writing stuff that nobody was saying.
Exactly. That blew my mind. And then you playing back the audio on that.
Yeah, and then when you play back the audio,
buddy.
it's giving you what was said.
Yes.
So, yeah, this was best find I had.
Yes.
Oh, and we've got 5 minutes left. So yeah, you got lots of different spirit boxes, other things you can use. One thing that we've been using, since we too like to talk about Squatch and cryptid hunting along with ghosts, and I got to talk about this one.
Oh, hell yeah.
These are shooter earmuffs. These are the Walker Razors. You do have a CB attachment, which takes care of your communication issues.
Mm-hmm.
In front are these little microphones on either side.
Yep.
We have found out that these things here could be used for ghosts and Bigfoot. Um, I mean, last time we went up squatching, three of us were wearing these, so we had communication upon with each other.
Yep.
But we were also picking up every little sound in the forest.
That was
It
so awesome.
it amplified everything. So these things could also be used, not just for, oh yeah, and then if you have a pew pew and you decide to do some target shooting, it will muffle the sounds. It's for the shooting range. We have discovered that you can use them on an investigation.
A multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose are about $40. The radio is about another 40, but we found out that both of these are a godsend. I mean, these are wonderful. I worked in the airlines for 33 years now. My hearing is pretty shot on my left side. Um, these these babies just amplify everything.
Right.
I mean, we were sitting down in the woods, you know, uh, doing our what do we call it, Operation Sit or
Yep.
Operation Log.
I think it was sit.
It was Sit, yeah. We always have different names for different things. But so we're sitting there in ghillie suits and we're just like staggered out on this ridge line. And James has one, I have one. Our other guy did not have one. But as we're sitting there, these things are picking up something coming through the woods at us. We've heard growls, we've heard whoops, we've heard all kinds of things from a distance that we probably would not have heard with our current hearing issues.
Right. I agree with you there.
But I mean, these can be found at Sportsman's Warehouse, Amazon. You could easily use these for ghost hunting. Easy. Because of that two-way communication, it's going to take out having to have a radio with you. It's going to amplify everything. So if you got somebody up on another floor, you got, we're sending you to the fifth floor of the St. Ignatius Hospital. We're going to be on the first floor. Now you've got communication. You've got a way to amplify the outside sounds. Probably this would, unless you had an ANC Mini or something to mute it, this would really make that
SB7 just atrocious.
annoying as hell. So you have to mix and match accordingly to what you want to do. But so there's some audio options. Again, can't stress it enough. You will be surprised at what you can get on audio alone. And it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Any closing remarks?
No, you've got it all covered. I mean, basically, just use what you think would work best for you and the situation you're in with the SB7, the SB11, S box, whatever you choose to use for the white noise. I mean, we kind of switch things out, I know I use the SB7. Sometimes I use the S box. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll use the SB7 with the mini portal. So it really whatever the situation you're in for your investigation, use whatever is appropriate.
Yeah,
that fits what you want to be able to tolerate noise wise. I mean, yeah.
You will be amazed.
Absolutely. Never disappoints. Never.
Never does, and you will love it. But we're going to get out of here. Thank you for turning in the War Room. We will be back next week with
what do we got?
Let me see. Next week we got how to wrap up an investigation, followed
Oh,
by
hey.
evidence review. Evidence review is episode 9, and then 10 will be the closing meeting, team meeting, when you're talking to your client or your team to go over evidence. And then we will probably find new stuff to talk about that keep this war room on life support for a while.
All right. Well,
All
let's
right,
get on out of here.
we are getting out of here. We'll talk to everybody next week.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Tell